Hi, my name is Dorian Kurtz, and I am a victim of the Holocaust. The year was 1932. My parents settled in Vienna, Austria, due to the freedom and equality that the city had to offer for the Jewish people. Times could not be better, as my father ran a thriving branch of our family's multinational optical frames business. 4 years later, on March of 1936, I was born. 2 short years later, in 1938, it came to our attention that the Germans had annexed all of Austria. Soon after we found out, my family and I quickly fled to the Netherlands. While many other Austrian Jews decided to take other paths, my family and I went south to a city called Maastricht, which was right on the border of Belgium. Coincidentally, Maastricht was the location of the Dutch branch of the Kurtz brothers' optical frames business. After a few days passed, my parents enrolled me in a nursery school. I did not stay very long. In 1940, my family and I moved to Amsterdam. Soon after we arrived, the city fell under German occupation. My father was sent to Auschwitz, which was the largest concentration camp. My mother, brother, and I ended up in Bergen, Belgium, in the year 1944. The camp was divided into 8 separate sections. My mother marched to work while my brother and I remained in the barracks. A typical day in Bergen, Belgium started with watching inmates draw carts that came every morning to pick up the numerous amount of dead bodies. For the remainder of our day, we walked and talked about the other ways we could slice up our bread and ration them so that they could last longer. We also picked lice out of each other's hair. Months had continued to pass. It was June of 1945 when I was one of the many inmates evacuated from the camp. I was evacuated on cattle trains and finally freed by Soviet troops. A year later, I settled in the United States. As I grew older, I attended Barnard College to major in business. After graduation, I worked in the retail business and continued to for over 40 years.
From a long-term illness, Dorian Kurtz passed away on October 29, 2005. She was greatly loved by her family, friends, and staff, and was known for her warmth and unconditional generosity. To this day, she is missed.